Visit us online at burningrubberradio.com for recipes from the NASCAR chef, John Dix, and more great content.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Now back to more Burning Rubber Radio.
And speaking of more Burning Rubber Radio, by the way, folks, BRRTV.net is the new home for Burning Rubber Radio. And I'll tell you what, Andy, I got a bad case of the hiccups. And the worst part is I wasn't even out drinking last night.
Oh, that's too bad, buddy. But what is good is we have NASCAR ARCA Truck Series extraordinaire Josh White on the horn with us today, and been looking forward to talking with Josh here because he's got something to tell us about what's coming up in his world. What's going on, buddy?
Not a whole lot, man. Just enjoying life, and got some cool things to share with you guys today. I'm glad to be here. It's been a while, hadn't it, Andy?
It has.
It's been a while, and of course we've been keeping up with you. You have your hunting show going on, and then also you got some sim racing stuff to talk about. I know that you're doing, but on top of that, you got some real racing stuff possibly.
Oh yeah, 100%. We're full steam ahead on multiple things this year. That hunting show season 3 is over, and so now I'm able to focus on some other things. It was really cool being on the Pursuit channel.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, of course, that's the NASCAR chef John Dix. That's his buddies over there on the Pursuit channel. So I'm so glad that's worked out, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to go to different states and met all kinds of good people, different people. I made a lot of friends, and got to hunt a lot of different things and get it on video and share it with the world. It was really cool. Made some other business relationships that could quite possibly transition over into the NASCAR world. So, it's just like this constant building of relationships throughout the years that I think it's going to eventually going to do us some good. It's been a great ride. It really has.
Cannot wait, man. So tell us, what's going on? I know you've been teasing on your social medias that you're going to tell us some stuff. So we're just, what is the future holding here for you?
Well, the future holds quite a bit, actually. So just to start off with, I got my iRacing set up, and I finally got back on iRacing. The Josh White Racing Esports League is starting back up again. We actually got a title sponsor for one of the series on there, Victory X Financial. And so really looking forward to that. I also just got a brand new 2025 Chevy Silverado that I can use to tow race cars. So I am going to be racing locally here pretty soon. And, I am going to start in the front wheel drive 4-cylinder classes, and I might step up to the sport mods pretty soon too. But on the NASCAR side of things, I've been looking into it and dabbing into it a little bit too. And there's some possibilities going on, Andy. It's looking really, really good, man. I've been approved. I still have my approvals at NASCAR to run the ARCA Menard series up to 1 mile.
All
and
right.
So, we've got some plans drumming up. Some wheels are turning, some gears are starting to turn, the ball's starting to roll. So we're going to see where we end up at. I've been talking to a lot of people, a lot of my business partners on the outdoor side, and old business partners that was with me when I was racing, and formulating new relationships. Things are looking good. I'm starting to close deals, man. I think this is going to happen.
Well, that's what racing's all about. Of course, a lot of the fans out there that are just casual fans, this is what goes on. I just want them to know this is what goes on in order to make racing happen. unlike some of the other sports that we have out there with football and basketball and baseball, you just don't go out there and play real hard and you're the best player. You got to, in racing, you got to go out there and make it happen. Like Josh, not all are you only a great driver, but you also have to go out there and find the partners that are going to make it happen financially. So Josh, man, we cannot wait to follow this exciting trip with you here on making things happen.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Just I'm going to let the cat out of the bag just a little bit, Andy. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag a little bit. We're eyeballing Bristol. We're looking at Bristol, and beyond Bristol, if we do well, we are looking at possibly doing another race this year. And that's going to set us up real well for Daytona in 2026, where I hope to test there, race there, and start off next season. And I'm really hoping for a full season, but I'm not going to put the cart before the horse.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
What I'm shooting for. Yep. And
Arca Menards, you're talking, right?
That is correct. And Bristol is it's looking fantastic, man.
All of a sudden, Wayne, Burning Rubber Radio, we've got Patrick Staropoli, a good friend of ours, really good friend of ours, and he's running in the Arca Menard series. Now we're going to have Josh White running the Arca Menard series. Josh, this is so exciting, man, and I'm so excited that you're taking Burning Rubber Radio and the Burning Rubber Radio Army along for the ride with you.
Oh yeah, I've always valued our friendship, Andy, and with that, Andy, Burning Rubber Radio has been an awesome media partner of mine, or friends throughout the years. Absolutely, I always value my friendships and relationships with people, and I love to give back how I can and take those who support me with me.
Thankfully, he said the right key word there, values friendships, because with Burning Rubber, you get friendships and farts.
Oh, God. Of course, Wayne has to bring up gas. But anyway, hey, on top of that, man, I'll let another cat out of the bag. If folks out there don't know it, not only am I a U.S. Marine or former Marine, of course, but so is Josh.
Wait.
What?
Never a former, always a Marine.
Oh, I understand that. Folks don't understand that once and always a Marine out there, so you got to kind of say that I'm not currently actively in the Marine Corps.
But never Josh, say former. Never say former.
But Josh White is also a Marine. So talk a little bit about that, buddy.
Well, I enlisted in 2009. And I got out in 2015. I was a combat engineer at 4th Combat Engineer Battalion. It was a fun ride. Well, I'm not going to say it was a fun ride. I had my fun times. There was a lot of times I didn't like it. Right. I know you know what I'm talking about, Andy.
I'm on board.
Yep. I love my job. I was a combat engineer, so I dealt with a lot of different things. Specifically, what my company involved a lot in was like finding IEDs and doing a lot of demolitions and explosive work. So I've dealt with about anything you can think of explosive wise, and that's something that I'll never be able to do again. There's a lot of things you do in the Marine Corps that you're not going to ever be able to do again as a civilian. And
that's right.
Looking back on it, I'm really, really thankful for that experience.
Hey, man, Semper Fi, brother. It's something that you and I, like you said, we're friends and all of that, but the veterans out there will understand this. There's a bond here that goes beyond other things. So, and also you are going to be one of the few former Marines that have actually got behind the wheel of that have already, of course, you've already been behind the wheel of a stock car and NASCAR, but continuing on.
Correct. So I used to be able to say that I'm the only Marine in NASCAR. I am not anymore. There is another Marine that is trying to get behind the wheel, has got behind the wheel in NASCAR. But I am the second Marine to be behind the wheel in NASCAR. The first one was Larry Frank in 1966, so I was the first since him. Um, and there hasn't been a Marine veteran or a Marine period to win at any racetrack on the NASCAR circuit except Darlington. And that's what I'm really hoping to accomplish. I'm hoping to make history here. I'm hoping to bring along the right marketing partners um, to my sponsorship program to make history, to bring the kind of funding we need to run a good car at these racetracks. And that's only going to turn into more viewership and ROI for those marketing partners. How huge, Andy, would it be for me to win and make history as the first Marine to win at Daytona or Bristol or Kansas or
Oh
anywhere?
my gosh.
Not just that, but something I was just picturing here, Josh, is that when the time comes and sponsorship is plentiful and everything like that, I could picture Josh winning in either Xfinity or Cup on Memorial Day weekend at Charlotte.
Wow, wouldn't that be cool?
That would
Oh,
be
that'd be amazing.
Oh,
that.
that would be awesome. Yes, sir. And the thing is, it's not that far out of the realm of
No.
things here, And everyone out there, what is so cool is you're going to get to watch Josh progress through this. And he was talking about running some local stuff. That's in the West Virginia area, correct, Josh?
That is correct. Specifically, I live with my wife in Ravenswood, and I have a local dirt track that's about 20 minutes away, Ohio Valley Speedway. That's
Mm-hmm.
where I'm going to be going. And, it's a great, really nice banked dirt track. I mean, it has a little bit of banking, Um, it's a nice track. A lot of good people there, and I want to go have some fun. There's nothing like, even the professional, NASCAR truck drivers do this. They go back to
Of
their
course.
roots and they sling some dirt. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
and
they call it
also
Dirt to Daytona for a reason.
That's right, man.
Exactly.
So, yeah, you're keeping, and what you're also doing is you're out there mingling with the fans at the local level, which I think is outstanding. Even Kyle Larson does that. So, Josh, I'm just so excited about this stuff, man. And also, something I'd like to do going forward here is have some of the winners of some of the races in your sim league come on here and talk with us too.
Hey, that works 100%. I'd love that. Going back to what you were talking about, mingling with the fans, I like to think that's really what I'm known for. Even if a lot of people consider me a lower level driver because I've never had the funding and I've always run in the back or whatever.
I hate that.
I actually talked to a fan the other day. He said he heard stories that I am the guy known, as a driver to hang with the fans and party with the fans. When I done a full season in 2015, well, I was 2 races shy of doing a full season in the Arc Menard series. That's what I would do. I would just go around the campgrounds at racetracks and hang out with the fans. I'd have a beer, drink with them, whatever, take a couple shots. And, that's, I feel like a lot of my core fan base is going out here, shaking hands, meeting people, saying hello, and having fun. When you're at the racetrack, that's what it's all about. I mean, sure,
Yes.
there's a competitive side there, but if racing wasn't any fun, nobody would do it.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, amen to that, man. So I'm super pumped to follow this. And you know what? I'll say this: Cletus McFarland ain't got nothing on what you're fixing to do, buddy, as far as the fan level and stuff.
Wow, Andy, call out Cletus. I mean,
That's I'm not gonna count my chickens like that, Andy, but I appreciate it.
Well, hey, after all, Josh, this dipwad over here issued an open challenge with me. Apparently, supposedly, he's going to try and stuff me into a race car, and me and him is going to race around at Cletus's little speedway down there in Florida.
Yeah, Freedom Factory. Yeah. Matter of fact, guys, I'd let you know, Josh, because you were included in this, and you don't know about this yet. I've already announced out there later this year. We're going to be down at Freedom Factory where Cletus is at, and of course, Wayne, we're going to stuff him into one of the Crown Vics down there. We're going to get a lot of Crisco oil and everything. Put him in that thing. But also, we got Bobby Dale Earnhardt, who I talked to on the phone. Wayne, you don't even know about this. Yesterday, he heard our show, and he has stepped up and said, yes, he wants to be down there at the Freedom Factory with us. And you know what, Josh? We're going to have to extend this out to you too. We're going to put this out there for the Burning Rubber Radio 500, I'm going to call it, down at Freedom Factory, and put you in one of Cletus's Crown Vics so we can dump Wayne and put him into the wall. What do you think?
Hey, that works. You know what? That would go back to the old days. I don't know if you remember when me and Bobby was teammates, but man, wouldn't it be awesome to race against an old teammate? That'd be a blast.
Oh yeah, Bobby's all excited about it. Of course, he's a family man now, and he's got racing going with his son, Brylan Earnhardt, and but he's like, oh, wait a second, he can't pass this up. And I tell you what, to have you, Bobby Dale, me, Wayne Owens, hopefully the NASCAR chef, and I'm taking a ride down to the Freedom Factory in the next few weeks because getting a hold of Cletus is like impossible. I'm going to go down there because he's right down here by me, and I'm going to walk into his office and say, Cletus, we got to talk, buddy.
Hey, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
So, God forbid, I need to make sure my health insurance is up to date.
You're going to have fun filling out that application where it says, do you do any motor racing or dangerous activities?
Yeah. Well, I drive for a living every day anyway, so that's dangerous enough, but
yeah.
Oh my gosh. So anyway, man, I didn't mean to sidetrack us. I just wanted to pull you into our little Burning Rubber Radio 500 that I'm going to be putting together here. I'd love to have all of the folks out there, the BRR Army get involved in this. Get behind Josh. Let's have fun with this. Josh, how do folks get behind you other than, on Burning Rubber Radio here? How do they find you, your sponsors, and everything else like that on socials?
So just follow me on Facebook. I'm most active on there. I have social media and other places, but I'm always just been really active on Facebook. That's my go-to. So just search up Josh White Racing, and you'll see a profile pic come up. It'll say Josh White, and it'll have the blue check mark beside it. That blue check mark I actually got before they started charging for it, though. So that's real. That's how you know it's me.
Oh, lucky you, man.
The sad part is being verified on Meta and X now that it comes with a cost. The sad part is you can't vouch for anybody because now anybody could just go buy the check mark and be like, hey, I'm the real Josh White.
Yep. But I got it before that was even a thing. I don't pay for none of that. So just look for me. My name. It'll have a blue check mark beside it, and you got me.
Very cool stuff. Well, Josh.
Well, I just want everyone else out there to know that I already talked with Josh here. We're going to be doing regular stuff with Josh. This isn't just a check-in once a year or anything like that. Josh, I just cannot wait to follow you on this path through this. It's going to be so fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. It's been an amazing run for me. I couldn't be any more blessed. Could have things went better along the way, yeah. But that's life. I always look at the positive side of things.
Yep.
That's right. It sounds like a lot of things. Got a new truck. That's awesome. You got a great family life going. That's even more awesome. That's what it's all about. And now you're gonna have your racing life going, and just can't wait. You're blessed, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
100%. Well, with that said here, Josh, we can't let you leave without getting those 3 famous words from you, brother. A big old burning rubber, baby.
Burning rubber, baby.
Woo!
Oh my God, he's already won his first race.
Actually, it's funny, Josh. I didn't get a chance to tell you this too when we were on the phone the other day. So the shout nowadays has actually gotten people championships.
The championships,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah. We can say it beyond a shadow of a doubt here. One of our boys over in NHRA, Antron Brown, he's won himself quite a few races and even got himself a championship off of giving that shout.
He sure did.
Well, there you go.
And so, all right. Well, folks, with that said, we're going to wrap it down here for another Fast Lap brought to you by Seriously Fast Motorsports. Eventually, I'm just going to have the sound effect so I don't have to do that.
Yeah, I like that little sound effect. That's cool.
Believe it or not, that's just me. But either way, folks, we're going to get out of here for another Fast Lap. I'm Producer Wayne. That's Andrew DeLay. And with that said, guys, we'll see you next time. Burning rubber, baby.
Burning rubber, baby.